Well, hello, good looking. Hello, I'm Ramon, and welcome back to All Scale RC. Here we have the RCMK SMITHMASTER SCR Pro. So this is a brand new brushless fifth scale that's on the market. I believe there's going to be other versions coming out, possibly a gas-powered version later on. But right now, I think it's only available in brushless. The color that we're looking at, this is the blazing blue. I measured the thickness of the body. The body is 2.5 millimeters thick, which is pretty good. I think usually, I don't think my Rovan was that thick. That thing just fell apart on me. Let me get a block real quick so we can spin it around easier. Okay, here's the front view. Okay, I went ahead and applied the decals. Hey guys, I'm sitting here applying the decal. I'm using the water method, soap and water, so that way I can squeeze out any bubbles. I'm using a rubber squeegee, and I stole my wife's kitchen towel. Don't tell her. Alright, so let's get on with it. Here's the front view. Now if you notice, this thing looks awfully a lot like an Audi from the Audi Q8 from the front and the back. From the sides, I mean, like, this thing's amazing. I actually love the looks of this car. There's the back view. Now the decals were a little tough to apply because there's a lot of angles going on here that you don't realize until you start applying the decals. And you guys already saw the side view. But let's get the block out real quick. And check out this extreme Coca-Cola. this extreme Coca-Cola shape from the sides. I mean, it has an incredible flair. I went ahead and weighed it. It weighs about 34 pounds with no batteries in it. Like, this is a big car. It's a brushless fifth scale, comes almost ready to run. It comes with your ESC, a 200 amp hobby wing ESC, and a brushless motor. The only thing you need to do is install your connectors for your battery of choice, and you need to install your radio receiver. Now this is the Pro, which is the more budget-friendly version. There is a Max version of this, which comes with a lot more aluminum upgrade parts. I ended up grabbing some of the aluminum upgrades for this, so I'll be installing the aluminum upgrades at a later time. Okay, so let's go ahead and remove the body so you can see what's underneath. Bad thing about fifth scale cars, they have a lot of body clips. This one has 10 body clips. Guess that's the norm for the fifth scale. So once you pop off the clips, the body comes off really easy. And it has a full cage inside this body. Okay, now you can run that. Now you can run this car just with that cage if you wanted to, or there are buggy panels you can put on and convert this into a buggy. Okay, like I said earlier, it comes with a Hobby Wing 200 amp ESC, which is good for 8S, and it comes with an 800 kV 56113 motor. It comes with a D85 WP high-tech servo. Not sure what that exactly is rated for, but it's a fifth scale servo. Your receiver box is aluminum. It's right there. Your wires are just routed to it, but there is no receiver in there. You have to install that. And like I said, you have to install your own battery connectors, unless you have something that plugs right into there. So this ESC is only capable of up to 8S. I might switch it out for the 250 G2 depending on how this thing runs. Remember, when we're running a lot of power, there's limitation on your tires, so we'll have to see how these tires do, but these tires do look amazing. The wheels are bead lock, and I'm loving the look. Hopefully they'll do well. I want to take some measurements real quick to see the thickness of the drive shaft. To be 7 millimeters thick on the drive shaft. The front suspension arms are 6 millimeter, and the steering arms are 6 millimeter. The shocks are 30 millimeter. It does have front and rear sway bars, center diff, center diff. This spur gear looks like something out of a Saw movie. Keep your wires and fingers away from that thing. The rear is definitely sprung a lot harder than the front. The front's pretty plush. The rear is pretty stiff. Your servo saver has low and high on here, so has an indicator of which way to turn it, so either tighten or loosen it. Your battery straps seem, oh god, battery straps seem pretty substantial here. Let's open this up so you can see the battery tray. Here's your battery tray, and here's a 6800 6S bashing battery soft case. That fits in there very well. Enough space for two of them. Now, I did try the hard case 4S, which is slightly longer and it doesn't fit. So, but the soft case ones do fit. Not positive if this tray is adjustable because the bracket is right there, so I don't think you can move this side any further out. The other side looks like you might be able to move. You might be able to slide it, but you're not going to get much. Maybe about an extra 1/4 inch of space if you slide this bracket over. So it is an adjustable battery tray, but as far as going much bigger than these soft case batteries, I'm not sure if you can. Okay, I barely fit back here, but here's the SCR Pro and here's the Rovin F5. The body on the SCR Pro is 2.5 millimeters thick. The body on the Rovin F5 is literally paper thin in some spots. I measured it with a caliper on the thicker spots, which were around the fenders and everything, and it measures at 1.5. So this body is a millimeter thicker. Both of them have a 22 inch wheelbase, but the track width on the Rovin is 17.5, and on the SCR Pro it's almost 19. Okay, so the SCR Pro is $1,250 shipped. It comes with a 5th scale servo. It comes with your 200 amp Hobby Wing ESC and your 800 kV motor. Your Rovin F5 is $850 and it comes with 0. You have to put 2 servos in here, which are about $65 a piece. So that's $130 in servos. You need your ESC of choice and your motor of choice. After you're done getting your servos, your ESC, and your motor, you're already at the price, if not more, of the SCR Pro. And in the looks department, you can't even compare the two. I do like the bumper on the back of the Rovin F5. That's a really nice bumper, except because of tire ballooning, I heard that you have to cut the bumper off to make room for the tires. If not, the bumper will cut your tires. So, it's a nice bumper, but it might have to go. Alright, now I'm going to turn the car sideways. I'm going to have to hold the Rovin up above the SCR Pro because they will not fit on my table. Okay, I'm back here. Here's the view of both cars from the side, and these things are kind of heavy. So, if you want, you can pause it. Alright, done. Another thing I don't like about the Rovin is these stupid clips. They fall off. They put these plastic pieces on, but they don't stay off. Every time you go to undo them, they're falling off. And here's the other half of my body. Look at that. Perfect break at the seam. On the SCR Pro, I'd like to add some foam on the front of that bumper in there because there's a gap between the bumper and the body. So if you smack this into a wall, I'm worried that the body could get damaged. On the rear as well, there are gaps. Even though this body is really thick, I think it could still get damaged. So I'd add some foam, maybe some pool noodle, or I have foam from different packages and stuff like that I can use on here. Okay, first thing you might notice is the shocks on the SCR Pro are, well, they're the orange shocks. So the orange shocks with the red caps, that's the SCR Pro. They're much longer, but this is built more as an off-roader, where this is an on-road car. so it's going to have the shorter shocks. So no need to look at that. Now the Roven chassis might look wider, but that's only because those are plastic pieces on the sides. The chassis themselves are probably about the same width. The metal portion of the chassis is probably about the same width. If you notice, all the electronics are mounted up front, batteries are in the back, and you do have space on this side. You could probably run even larger batteries, one on each side, depending on, you'd have to get some kind of a plate or something, but there is space here for something else. Oh well, I found my GNS meter on the back of the Roven. But yeah, there's both chassis side by side. You can pause it, take a good look, dissect it, but that's both chassis side by side. So personally, I like both chassis, but this one seems more suited for the environment that I will be running in. I live next to the beach, so I am running this on sand, and this would be totally useless to me on sand. Running these on the road, you need a lot of space. Curbs come up really quickly. So this one's definitely more suited for what I want and what I needed to do. Okay, let's get the Roven out of here. We already looked at enough at that. And let's put the body back on the SCR Pro. Okay, so that was the SMITHMASTER RCMK SCR Pro. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I think it's a beautiful looking 5th scale. I have a couple things I need to do to it before I get it ready to run. I do plan on taking this out on the beach, so make sure you come back for that. Also in the future, I'll be doing another video installing the aluminum upgrades. So still not positive if I'm going to keep it a 200 amp ESC or a 250. I almost feel like I should run it on the 200 amps, see how that does, and then switch it to the 250 since I already have the 250 sitting on my shelf. So I could always just pop that in. Here, I want to show you guys real fast. See right here in the front and in the back of the body, there's this gap. So I am going to stick some foam in there, possibly pool noodle or something else, so that way when the body hits something, it actually has foam behind it. I don't like having it just an empty air pocket like that. Can't be good for the body. But body isn't clipped on right now. So, but aside from that, for a 5th scale, almost ready to run RC, for $1,257 shipped to you, I think this is an amazing deal. I did order this during the Lunar Year holiday, and even though they were on holiday, the company sent me an email telling me that pretty much they're on holiday and they would be shipping out my order on the 14th. This car was shipped out on the 14th, and I had it on the 16th from Korea. Less than 48 hours, this car was in my hands. It was wrapped up in plastic wrap with straps, the box, everything. Like, this thing was ultra protected. Communication with the company was great. They went back, they got back to me immediately. I will definitely do business with them again. I am going to post your link if you're interested in one. I'll post your link in my description of my video. I definitely like seeing new cars come out on the market. When it comes to 5th scales, there's not a lot of choices. So this one's actually pretty cool and a great deal for the money. So next, I need to get back to the XX10 T-Rex, and I keep on saying that, but I got a lot of work to do on that, and I got to get the brushless conversion in the Gravedigger. So make sure you guys come back, keep on watching, because I have a lot of great stuff coming. Bye.